My husband 30M doesn't like my 30F new glasses and now he's avoiding me. As the title says, I just got new glasses. They are slightly oversized, muted pink, square frames. They are a bit bold, but they complement my skin tone and my eye color and they make me feel happy and confident when I have them on. My husband, who sometimes dislikes my style choices, came home from work today, took one look at me and has been avoiding me all afternoon. He will barely even make eye contact with me. It's like I've gotten major surgery or a bad face tat and he's too uncomfortable to interact with me. This is not the first time he's acted like this either. He did this once when I bought a pair of black cowboy boots. The look on his face was one of silent disgust while he muttered a very forced compliment. If I put together an outfit and it isn't quite his taste, he will not say a word. If I wear something that he bought for me, it's compliment all around. I don't know if I'm looking for advice here or just a vent, but I feel like this reaction is a bit ridiculous. I was feeling great all morning and now I feel down and self-conscious. I mean, they are just glasses, ya know? I have always dressed the way I do, long before we got married. His style is a bit more tamed down, but I would not really consider mine to be eccentric in comparison. Either way, it sucks to not be fully accepted for who you are. Your husband sounds like a dick. They're just glasses. I'm not even sure how I'd do it, but I'd wear those glasses even harder. With the boots. He wants to manipulate you into fitting the mold he chose for you. Poor treatment when you choose for yourself but praise when you go his way? Ick. Oh girl, aging with that a hole will be brutal. Now, it's about fashion. How will that work when he doesn't like the line in your forehead or letting your hair go gray naturally? No man on the planet is worth that hassle. He's hoping you'll get rid of them to appease him. He sounds like an asshole. His response does seem ridiculous. Does he struggle with any level of change often? If you like your glasses and they make you happy, rock them. Don't be put off by him. I, 19M, have a major crush on the girl I'm already with, 19F. I know a lot of this community has issues, and I'm not sure how common this is, but I'm wondering why I'm slowly and strongly starting to love my girlfriend so much. I know the term honeymoon phase is definitely real at our age, but it's been a year and I adore that girl more than I ever have. I struggle with manic bipolar, and I was oftentimes lashing onto her and constantly wanting my alone time. But the last few months I want her around non-stop. I think about her whenever possible. She's always been so gracious and caring with me and I feel awful Elb never appreciated it. I've even started getting giddy and embarrassed around her. I see my peers and they tend to fight, cheat, and just flat hate their partners half of the time, but I have such a respect and admiration for her. Do I elope with her? Do I buy her a pet bird? Do I build her a house? Reading the posts on here have definitely made me realize how ungrateful I've been. Lol. Welcome to love, my guy. Nothing wrong with it at all. A lot of guys will come along and pick on you for it, but really? What the fuck is wrong with loving who you're with? Answer. Not a damn thing. Buckle up and enjoy the ride. Tell her. Make sure she knows how much you appreciate her and the way she puts up with you. Be more worthy of her love. It's a journey. Lol, this is so cute. You can absolutely grow to love someone, especially since it's only been a year. There's still a lot to know and memories to make with a person. Get her some surprise gifts, plan out a date and take her out the whole day. Make her feel special. This might be the most important one, but cherish each second. Seriously, just relish in the feeling. Don't overthink, just do. Loving someone isn't just a gift for them but for yourself. Don't get married, you're 19. Wait a few years. Live a good life. Be happy. Get married when you're in your mid-20s and have some accomplishments down. When the honeymoon phase ends, either you leave or you start the mature love phase. You are in this new phase. You recognize the value of the person near you and make the choice to be with them every day. Married for 20, why here, still choosing her every day. If you love her, then work on yourself to be the best partner for her. Emotions come and go. What if you wake up tomorrow and feel pissed off and want to lash out instead? I'd suggest you spend your extra energy on researching and working out your mental health plan, and doing other activities that will make sure you are a stable and steadfast partner over the long term. My 31F husband 37M is pissing everywhere. Me and my husband have been together for over 10 years and we just recently got married. He pisses all over the toilet area. He doesn't lift the seat, but will wipe off any drops. But he also drips on the floor and the splashback goes onto the wall where I have nasty urine drip lines on the walls near both our toilets. And when my socks, or worse, bare feet stick to the piss that's dropped onto the floor, I cringe so damn hard. I've asked him to consider sitting to pee and he does when he has to shit, but I think he still pees standing up. We don't really have like an open door policy, so I've never actually watched him piss per se. I think I finally understand why my grandmother had a carpet mat around the bottom of her toilet. I thought it was aesthetic, but it was to catch grandpa's piss. I would add pics of the drips on my walls if I could. How do I get my husband to stop getting piss everywhere? New question. Should I just show him this thread? Or would that be a bad idea? Also, I will be taking the black light advice into consideration. Thanks. My husband does not do this. My father does not do this. All men do not do this. You're just married to a gross person. He gets to be the one who scrubs the walls and sanitizes the floors. Make it very clear that you are done stepping in his piss and he can either clean the whole area, sit down or learn to aim. This might require you to sometimes interrupt him when he's doing something else. Shove cleaning supplies into his hands and make him go clean the floor. Alternatively, you said this happens with both of your toilets, so maybe he gets banned from one of them until he can figure out how to not be a nasty piss creature. My toddlers don't do this, let alone my grown husband. This is weird, gross, and derogatory that he has you stand in his piss and expects you to clean it up. My son had a similar problem. Then when he was 8 I woke him up at 2 a.m. to clean the bathroom after a sat in his pee on the toilet seat. He took that lesson to heart. He's 25 now and not only does he know how to aim, he also puts the seat down after he's done. Your husband is fully capable, he just doesn't want to. You married a dirty dog. What would a proper pet owner do? The pet owner would take action. My wife and I have a everyone sits down to pee rule. It minimizes all the issues you're having. Also, the idea of a carpet soaking up pee is more gross lol. This wasn't something I always did, only when we started living together. Was not a crazy change and after a week I didn't even notice. We alternate cleaning the bathroom, so honestly it was less work for me too. Would not go back lol. Your husband either has the dexterity of an 8-year-old or is more gross than one. My wife F27 is asking for a baby and I M27 refused. I'm M27 and my wife F27 married on last September, which is basically 4 months ago. We are living in a rental and we both have bit of debt from our wedding. Previously I used my parents' car and currently I don't even have a car. But I'm working on getting one. We both work in IT and we are from Asia and it's bit hard buy a vehicle here. Recently she has been asking for a baby and last night we talked for hours and she is saying she needs a baby before she turns 30. Basically she wants to get pregnant within next year. She said her family has a history of diabetes and she is scared that she will get it as well. But I refused and said we need to be stable and I don't want her or our baby to suffer. I want to get a car and get a stable place to live for us. Plus I want to get out from debt because how else I can provide for them. She wanted to get married fast but I wanted to wait till I get a place and a car. But her parents pushed her and I cave in and got married. I said we did everything in a hurry but this is not something I'll do like that and said she needs to wait. Now she got upset and said I'm not thinking about her and not talking to me since. I can understand her but she always making decision with the pressure of her parents or not thinking the consequences of them. I don't have anyone to talk to. Can someone tell me if you had similar experience and how did you overcome it? Dude, why did you cave and marry someone you weren't ready to marry, and now she's pushing for a baby? This is a train wreck. You need to stop being a pushover and set some boundaries. Okay, for starters wear a condom because she will decide for you. 2. You are perfectly reasonable. Both of you are making sense. Maybe look at your finances and see at what point you'll feel like starting to try and let her know. Just so she has an idea of what she's looking at. This was a conversation to have before marriage. If you want to stay married, decide on a timeline for trying to have a baby now, a timeline, not a checklist that might never be completed, and communicate what that would be. If you can't come to an agreement, divorce. Don't have a baby you don't want and don't keep your wife waiting around hoping for a baby you might never want. You're right in that you should be stable before having kids. I grew up poor as dirt and it fucking sucked. It's selfish to have kids if you can't afford to have them. Don't allow anyone to pressure you into having kids. Make sure you always wear condoms. I understand your point of view that you want to be stable before having a baby. However, as a woman, I understand her wanting to have babies sooner rather than later. Biological clock is a real thing and fertility does go down the older a woman gets. So I get that she has baby fever. Trust me, I know. I was married at 22, and we had a hard time conceiving, got pregnant at 26 but ended in miscarriage. Had my first baby at 27. As our baby got older, we wanted a second baby but had 4 losses. I am now 34 and thankfully am pregnant again and it seems going well. All I'm saying is, reproductivity isn't a guarantee, so good luck, don't wait too long.